I don't think it's permanently destructive. I think that it is a distraction from what should be our focus. And our focus should be, how do we stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon? Now, keep in mind, the Prime Minister, when we signed up for this interim deal that would essentially freeze Iran's program, roll back its highly enriched uranium, its 20% highly enriched uranium, and so reduce the possibility that Iran might break out while we were engaged in these negotiations. When we first announced this interim deal, Prime Minister Netanyahu made all sorts of claims. This was going to be a terrible deal. This was going to result in Iran getting $50 billion worth of relief. Iran would not abide by the agreement. None of that has come true. It's turned out that, in fact, during this period, we've seen Iran not advance its program. In many ways, it's rolled back elements of its program, and we've gotten more insight into what they're doing with more vigorous inspections than even the supporters of an interim deal suggested. So the question is this: if, in fact, we are trying to finalize a deal, why not wait to see, A, is there actually going to be a deal? Can Iran accept the terms that we're laying out? If, in fact, Iran can accept terms that would ensure a one-year breakout period for 10 years or longer, and during that period, we know Iran is not developing a nuclear weapon. We have inspectors on the ground that give us assurances that they're not creating a covert program. Why would we not take that deal when we know the alternatives, whether through sanctions or military actions, will not result in as much assurance that Iran's developing a nuclear weapon? There's no good reason for us not to let the negotiations play themselves out, and then we'll show, here's the deal that's been negotiated. Does it make sense? And I am confident that if, in fact, a deal is arrived at, that it's going to be a deal that is most likely to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon.